Hey everybody, it's Jim Hagemeyer with Leslie Wells Realty, and this morning I'm with.
Tom Collier with Leslie Wells Realty.
Thanks for being here this morning, Tom. Typically we would have the occasional guest come on, somebody of interest in the area, but this morning it's just you and I.
Does that mean we couldn't find anybody to
Well,
come?
I'm not sure what that means, but we do have some information, important information that I think is timely.
Yes.
And no, it's not about Tom Brady, and it's not about the latest Netflix movie, and it's not about sandwiches, which we're going to maybe talk about later. The headline this morning, Tom, as you saw, was the interest rates again on home mortgages. Yesterday they said the rates were coming down. Today they're saying the rates are going up a half, and it's just back and forth. What does that mean? How does that affect me as a home buyer?
Well, as a home buyer, I mean that limits your buying power. If you qualify for X amount of dollars and the rates go up, that means your X amount of dollars is going to go down. If the rates go down, then your X amount of dollars to buy are going to go up.
Or are there workarounds for
Sure,
the interest
you
rate?
can buy down. You can buy down the rate. There's lots of things available right now that you can do to offset the higher rate. And I want to emphasize, it's a higher rate. It's not the highest the rates has ever been. I paid a lot more with my first house. I bought the rate down to 12.5%. So we have seen a whole lot higher than what they are right now.
Well, I think what somebody said that what we've had in the last few years has been traditionally super, super low, and probably never, ever see that again. Is that a fact?
Well, it could have spoiled us too. It could have spoiled us into expecting those are the normal rates, and in fact, they were not the normal rates. They were the exception to the rule, if you want to.
So now we're actually getting back to normal.
Yeah, yeah,
Where there you go.
yeah.
There you go. What is happening locally in the real estate market? I still see a lot of new construction, and I see a lot of inventory going on. What's that all about?
Well, we're still getting a lot of people moving to the state of Florida on a daily basis, and because of some hurricane activity down south, we're seeing an influx of buyers from southern areas like Fort Myers and Venice area that maybe can't rebuild for a while, so they're looking at this area hot and heavy. So if you've got a home to sell, don't worry about rates. Get it on the market. We got buyers here. Well, just as an example, I just saw
Okay.
this yesterday. I check the MLS every day, and there were 22 new listings that hit the market in Manatee yesterday, and there were 42 listings that went pending yesterday. That was just in a 24-hour period. So it
A
still
lot of
indicates
business.
buyers are still here.
Yeah, yeah. So is it fair to say this is, they always put the label on it. Is this a buyer's market or a seller's market?
Gosh, I think we're in limbo right now. We're in transition.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a lot of inventory out there, so there's a lot of choices.
Mhm.
We're not in competition with other buyers like we were a year ago.
Right?
Okay.
Well, I think the competition is there. They're not overspending like they were. It's not a frenzy to buy a property now. Now the buyers are here. They're ready to buy. They are being a little more discriminate
We
as to
can
what to
calm
buy.
down a little bit.
Yeah,
We can shop.
yeah,
And so, as a seller, I believe that if you have a house that you put on the market, if it's clean, if it's priced right, and done well, it'll sell. Is that fair to say?
that's absolutely right. Yes.
Okay. Because with all those pendings you're talking about yesterday, there is still a considerable amount of business to be had.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What about new construction, new developments? Who's coming and who's going in the area? I know that you drive around quite a bit looking at especially commercial, retail stores. What's new? What are we excited about? I know the new Lowe's is having their grand opening. I am so excited about that. I'll be there.
Yeah, and keep driving by because the grand openings is at the end of the month, but they do plan to open the doors early. So keep driving by and checking it because they will open those doors maybe a week or two ahead of schedule.
How about on Moccasin Walla, the big development up there on the Moccasin Walla?
Well,
area?
there's something new going on out there. There's a big mound of dirt that suddenly appeared.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, the sign says Lagoon Living.
Hmm.
I'm not familiar with that, so I'm going to have to do some research, and maybe on the next podcast I'll have all the information on that. But Lagoon Living sounds very interesting to me.
Well, I've never lived in a lagoon before. So
Me neither.
There you go.
Me neither. I know they're very popular. There's one in Riverview, one in Pasco County, and they are very popular communities to be in. You ever seen one of those lagoons?
I don't believe I have, no.
Gosh, there's like a 5 to 6 acre pool.
Okay.
Yeah, pool that you can kayak in, you can paddleboard in, you can swim in, you can play around in. It's an incredible concept. And actually, I think it came over from Europe.
Okay. Hey, here's what happened the other day. I went on a listing appointment, and this is pretty common. This happens all the time. I know you're going to agree with this. And I asked the seller if they had a copy of the survey. The what? Yeah, the survey. Do you have a copy of the survey? No, we never got one. Well, hold on. If you got a mortgage on the house, which you do, okay, you have a survey somewhere. Well, I don't know. We can't find it. All right. Well, yeah, but you pay $300-400 minimal for the survey. So the point is, I'm thinking if you have a home mortgage and when you bought your house you received a survey, hold on to it.
Yeah, hold on to all your paperwork.
How
'Cause
about that? Speaking of paperwork, we're approaching the end of the year. So a couple things that we can do as homeowners, clerically speaking. The home mortgage interest deduction is still a thing, is it not?
yes, it is. We just found that out the other day.
How about that? Yeah, we had a seminar here at the Leslie Wells Realty from a certified public accountant, and so we talked about the home mortgage interest rate. And regardless of what you hear, it's still a viable thing. Okay, so it'll save you a ton on your taxes, on your income taxes. Furthermore, also at the end of the year is going to be the property taxes, the county property taxes, and we recommend that the homestead exemption, that you keep up on that and take a look at that homestead exemption. I believe that is also still a income tax deduction on your property taxes. I talked to your CPA about that. We probably should have brought that up too the other day.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. So that's what's happening this time of year.
Yeah, and if you already have homestead exemption, there's really nothing you have to do. But if you're a new homeowner, you haven't had a home before, you want to make sure you get your homestead exemption filed so that you can get your reduction in property taxes.
Noted. Well, there you go. Kind of like today, but we're glad and so happy that you tuned in this morning to check us out, and stay tuned because we have some exciting things coming up in the future podcast. And again, Jim Hagemeyer at Leslie Wells Realty, and that's
Tom Collier, Leslie Wells Realty.
all right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.